So good people, first of all, I just want to say thank you for 5K. Truly appreciate it. Now let's get it up to 10 because I'm really trying to quit my job. Now I was supposed to have this video out last night, but due to sleep deprivation finally catching up to me, wasn't able to happen. After I cursed my body for its weakness, I decided to get straight into it. And so we come to Alvin Rogers, a 43-year-old Arby's manager in Weatherford, Texas. He came across Gideon's radar and had a risque conversation, to say the least, with a number 13 combo decoy. If you watch Gideon's video, you understand that reference. Now, I'm making a video because I believe it goes deeper than what Gideon was able to uncover in his video, but we'll get to that in a second. Gideon starts off the video at what I assume is a different Arby's, going over the background of this predator and how they're going to go about to confront him. Now, I applaud Gideon because he printed out the evidence as a security team with him, didn't do anything crazy, didn't chase him down and drop kick them into the shower room, which I have to say I wouldn't have been opposed to. But it's really hard to prosecute somebody, from what I've gathered, when you find them in Walmart and beat the crap out of them. And it's nothing for them to change their name or move to a different area and continue their dastardly ways. This way, we're getting them off the street. And it just so happens that this dastardly mother is on parole. Seems Mr. Rogers was caught in possession of some booger sugar. White girl, do you want to build a snowman? Yes, but we can't. And the first red flag is when the employee at the window saw the camera. Immediately they said, "Oh, why am I being filmed?" Now, I get it. Fast food workers are subjected to a lot, and there's probably been a bunch of people coming through making videos or doing something stupid in the drive-thru. I could understand. But Gideon makes up a cover story on the fly and says, "Oh, there's a basketball game down the street. We're covering it. That's why the camera's like I do YouTube." And it seems to placate the employee all right. She's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, whatever." Just the way that it sounded like fear when she said it. She's like, "Oh, why am I being filmed?" Like it sounded like genuine fear, like this has happened before, a lot. So then Gideon orders his number 13, and then proceeds to go pull around and go into the building. Now, when he's in the building, he asks for Alvin, the manager. Alvin comes out. Gideon has placed a picture that Alvin has sent in the grinder chat in the bag and pulls it out and he's like, "Oh, why don't you come out, talk to me, let's sort this out." And so he begins to start talking to Alvin, and Alvin realizes that he's cooked. So he gets up, runs to the back. Now, there's like some guy in like a flannel checker shirt, he came from the back. He's like, "Oh, we don't allow filming." The other manager, I guess, which was on shift, she was like, "Oh, we don't consent to filming, I don't want." And it's just weird to me that everybody's main concern wasn't that you have a predator working right next to you. Everybody's concern was being filmed on camera. And it seems that everybody was so well versed in being filmed that the first thing out of their mouths was, "I don't consent to being filmed, we don't allow filming here." And then the female manager, well, the woman who claims to be the manager, I don't really know how to fact check that, says if you have a problem with him, if you have, business to conduct with him or whatever, you can either take that to the police station or to his private residence. And I'm no lawyer, but I would assume that if you direct somebody to somebody's private residence for something like that, and say for something that could potentially turn out to be violent, you could be on the hook for that. Again, I don't know what the rules are in Texas. But then the uniform officers show up because Arby's is like, "Hey, we're calling the police." And Gideon says, "That's fine. Want them here anyway." So the uniform officers show up and they say, "Oh, well, they're gonna trespass you from the property." And Gideon's like, "Oh, that's fine. It's just weird that they want to protect this predator." So then the detectives show up, Gideon's showing them the evidence, they're going over it, and it's at this point that Alvin decides to make a run for it. So they chase him down, they catch him, they put him in the squad car. Gideon rides to the precinct with the detectives. They go over all the evidence, they interrogate Alvin. Alvin pretty much confesses because he doesn't have any choice. He's cooked. But it's just so weird to me that, like, the reaction, and it wasn't like they were talking back and forth and it was like all of a sudden at like 10 minutes and they're like, all right, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore, you'll have to take this to the police. Like, it was immediate, and it feels like they've done this enough times before to where it's sort of like second nature to them. And what backed up that assumption in my mind was I've worked fast food. My first few jobs were fast food places, and whether it's been new or old, like, you know, the restaurants, there's always been cameras. There's always cameras watching the register. There's always cameras watching the parking lot, and specifically the dumpster area. Now, in these conversations, which I don't want to show because I don't want this video to get demonetized, Alvin says to the quote-unquote number 13 combo, we can go out to the dumpster area and, you know, they can have fun. Or if we're not busy, we can go to the bathroom and have fun in there as well. Now, me having restaurant experience and knowing generally where cameras are placed, it itched my brain even more. Somebody had to have seen this, because if he has this idea, that means he's done it before. And that means somebody had to have seen it. And for whatever reason, his fellow employees, fellow managers, or the general manager, I would venture to say, just want to be willfully ignorant. Maybe they don't want to get involved. Maybe he had something on him. I don't know. But knowing what I know, again, someone else had to have seen what was going on. Especially if a manager disappears into the bathroom. Say if it's like a bathroom with only one stall and a urinal. Okay, but say the bathroom has a lock on it. So say you go into the bathroom with another person, somebody's gonna see you. So if you're in the bathroom for an extended period of time with another person, somebody's gonna see you. If you go out to the dumpster area for an extended period of time, someone is going to see. Now, I'm not gonna come out and say that there's more than one predator working at the Arby's in Weatherford, Texas. I'm just saying it's kind of sus that the people at the Arby's of Weatherford, Texas want to protect a predator that worked at the Arby's in Weatherford, Texas. And as of right now, there aren't really any updates that I know of, because the video I think is only 5 days old. I don't know if there's any updates. So far from what was said at the end, Alvin's parole is on hold. I don't exactly know what on hold means. I don't know if that means they're gonna give him a parole violation. I don't know if that means he goes straight to jail and then awaits a new case. I don't know how that works. But I just wanted to cover this because when my brain itches a certain way, I gotta scratch it. And if something like itches that part of my brain, like I can't. Like it just stays there until I address it. But once again, thank you guys for 5K, and for the love of all things holy, avoid Arby's. Catch you guys in the next one. Out.
Poor Arby's. Arby's is desperate. Arby's been cooking for 150 years. They just found out niggas do not eat roast beef. Every nigga in here know where a roast beef sandwich is at Arby's. You wouldn't go to Arby's to save your life. If Jesus came back to Arby's, you'd have to meet him in the parking lot. No, Jesus, I'm right outside as soon as you come outside the door. No, I can't eat nothing out of there but the curly fries and the Jamocha shake, Jesus. That's the only thing my stomach...